Hey guys, this is Jannicke from Wisdom from North. I'm now at the Body, Mind, Spirit Festival at Lillestrøm in Norway, and I'm sitting here with Pamela Hiley, who is a Tai Chi master, and she's also founded the Norwegian Taiji Center, which is 35 years old in Norway. Hello Pamela, it's nice to meet you.
Hello, very nice to meet you too, Jannicke.
So today we're going to speak about peace, because you're saying that to have outer peace, we need inner peace. And Tai Chi is a way of achieving that. So tell us a little bit first about Tai Chi. I don't know much about it. A lot of us are speaking about yoga these days. I know a bit about Qigong, but Tai Chi, what's the difference with these practices?
Well, I can at least tell you about Tai Chi, and that's made a difference for me in my life. And it's based on a very old philosophy from Taoism in China, a few thousand years old. And the movements have evolved into what is now known as Tai Chi, which is a martial art, a form of self-defense. So the movements are choreographed in such a way as they're orientated towards another person. And the movements are carried out in a very slow fashion, so that one has time to calm the mind and fully embody the movements. And of course this, almost 40 years ago now, was what attracted me to Tai Chi in the beginning. The fact that it's slow, authentic, and develops full presence with movement. So we are looking at stillness in movement.
Talk a little bit about your peace work. You've been working a lot with peace work, and you know, we live in Norway where we have the Nobel Peace Prize, so it's a big subject here as well. So how do you carry on out your work on peace?
Well, my main daily practice for myself, so that I can understand how I can create a more peaceful life for myself in the abundance of challenges that are there for everyone. So that's why I first began the Tai Chi. And then, of course, we have a practice called pushing hands, which is about understanding the other. So to maintain peace through connecting with the other and being able to balance the external forces. Then we are able to create more harmony with one another through this total presence and understanding of the other through one's own practice. So this is the basic principle of how I work with the peace, that one is manifesting it as one practices it, and then so can create a deeper dialogue with a bigger community. And I found, of course, luck in a way, coming to Norway. With this,
because you're from Wales. Yes. Originally.
Yeah, I was invited here through a festival on Peer Gynt. So I always like to say it's Ibsen that brought me to Norway. Great man. And then, of course, the nature that is here, the phenomenal nature, power of nature, which is Tai Chi's main principle of being one with nature. And so it was very raw, and the vulnerability of being able to stand in the nature here and connect to the Norwegian people that has inspired me for so long to understand, you know, what is this inner peace and peace itself, especially as Norway has, as you mentioned, the Nobel Peace Prize, the most prestigious prize in the world on any level. And so I'm here now focusing, asking myself and the people around me and Norway, what is peace, actually? And so the challenge is to look in this on the dimension of the environment, on the personal level, in the ecology of the climate of the mind, and how we need to build consciousness and awareness with our decisions through profound presence and profound practice, so that we see the consequences of our actions and what we have done. So I believe now we need another level of reflection and look at what we have actually unfolded as we've gone forward during these last centuries. There is a lot of reflection now for us to see the consequential effects of our actions. And so we have dialogue, deep dialogue, I really feel, is needed to do with the psyche, the human psyche, so we can go into a new modus of healing and realizing the abundance we have for transforming. What looks to be a disaster is a possibility for deep growth and human connectedness, that we are all one and that we are all can even have fun with that on this planet, in this process of transforming, being able to transform. So for me it's been Tai Chi Chuan that has offered the possibility to understand this from a profound level.
Tai Chi is, you said?
Yeah, Tai Chi Chuan.
What is that?
Well, Tai Chi Chuan is Tai Chi.
Okay.
Yeah. Tai Chi is the philosophy, yin and yang. Tai Chi Chuan is the practice of that philosophy. So the Chuan means it's a martial art, and it has a connection, a real connection to defense and balancing these energies. And of course we can take it down to the level of health and the immune system, how we build up our own health and immune system, all the way to the level of the fortress and the culture of war that we are living in. So it's sophisticated practice which allows us to open for a very deep dialogue, and also, of course, brings us back to feeling the body as it is. So this is the embodiment of peace.
Still, I'm thinking, I really believe what you're saying, that to create outer peace, we need inner peace. But it seems like it's a faster way to create peace is to act externally, to, what do you say, slukke branner, put out the fires. Because internal peace seems such a quantum leap. Because do you have 100% internal peace?
Well, the challenge
is that possible?
It's a good question. Is stillness possible when the movement of the universe is constant? Is silence possible? No. There is always something. Silence itself is loud, because it resounds everything that is. So that's why we need to take what that is to a deeper level of dialogue. And I was very blessed and lucky to meet Professor Arne Næss, who was an ecologist and coined the term deep ecology. And we had the last 10 years of his life where I was able to have close contact and to try to bring the awareness of Taoism into how that can manifest the message that the environment, nature, is giving us at this time. So we cannot be separate from the environment. We cannot be separate from external or internal actions. It is one and the same thing. And so we have to see that my inner peace is as good as what I see before me. So there is no real separation between this inner and outer peace. But the way to balance this inner and outer is by having a higher consciousness of what our actions, which have an external manifestation, have. So I can't find a quicker way of putting out the fire than calming my mind, at least. Mm-hmm. Yes.
How do you think we can get this across, these thoughts, to the to the leaders on top who really have influence?
We can ask them to listen, and we can invite them to another level of dialogue, perhaps. And I feel in the last 4 or 5 years, my Taiji Center is somewhat of a laboratory to me, who manages to find me. And I see there is a lot of science, a lot of research, PhDs coming in through the door now. So I see the profound research that society is interested in, where the money is put, what are we looking at. We are looking somehow for a new type of language to describe this sort of interconnectedness between everything. I think there is a greater awareness of that now, to show that we are globally connected. But to really feel that global connectedness, we need to go deeper into the self, which is why countries are now trying to go back into their own embodiment now. You can see it reflected politically. So I think the process is going on. I believe that the leaders are somehow understanding this at some level. This globalization is not as simple as we thought it was. We need to reflect and remember that we are connected, but at the same time need to nourish what we have at home. And we've maybe tried to move forward too quickly to this globalization without looking at the details of what we have at home. For example, our mother. Have we paid enough respect to our mother at home, if we take it down to the level of the individual family? And so we have the challenges of the Me Too movement now that has come up, that has helped us to look at these habits of how we are running our businesses, how we are motivated to make decisions. So I'm reflecting on a lot of levels with you now, Jannike, but I do feel that it's the mother that is holding a lot of...
You mean Mother Earth or Mother?
Mother Earth, both. The enlightened feminine, which is beginning to show more respect in the broader community now. And we are looking for almost a new language of how to express this. We're not used to paying mum at home. And then they separate and they're left with nothing, doing the most valuable work. And so there is a lot of strong Me Too energies, as I would call them, that are going to be showing themselves, I believe, in the time to come. And authentic experiences, my authentic experience of my personal story here in Norway will in itself serve in a particular way to Norway's inner peace. I believe that. So I'm, of course, happy to speak into this black microphone, to have the chance to reflect some of my personal story to you and your friends this moment. Maybe it will nudge some idea into a new direction and make us feel more responsible for our personal actions.
And some tips here, if somebody's out there, I want to feel this inner peace and this presence that you're showing us. I mean, you have this incredible presence, and maybe they, cannot do Tai Chi for some reason. What are other ways we can find this inner peace?
Well, in the great practice of Tai Chi, we always have the possibility to realize we're in the right place always when we feel about breath. And the breath will allow us to be present with ourselves. If we're able to feel our breath, this means we are at least alive, for sure. And so that is the single unifying one breath that connects the whole of humanity. We are all breathing. And so if we can really tune into our breath at any time, any moment, this will allow us to feel the body as it is, allow us to just relax and surrender to the moment and feel that nature is with us, nature is supporting us, and life force will come from that deep relaxation. So I have to just allow you to feel that breath and find a teacher like I have found you right now. It's always going to be right in front of you and have an opportunity.
I love that. I love that we're all teachers for each other. Yeah,
absolutely. Nobody is less or more. It's always a reflection in the present, in the now.
That's an important perspective. Thank you so much for what you shared today, and all the best with your wonderful work.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you for watching, guys. Much light from Lillestrøm in Norway. Bye!